Call this meeting to order. If everyone could please stand and join us for the pledge. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Roll call, please.
Trustee Mattson?
Here.
Trustee Scalise?
Here.
Trustee Galuza?
Here.
Trustee Christofferson?
Here.
Trustee Reiser is absent. Trustee Wilson is absent. Mayor Balderman?
Here. The last time we had a crowd like this, it was over Casey's. So hopefully we don't have any protesters here tonight. But first up is we've got three people that we're going to recognize. And I would hope that the chief and our new sergeant wouldn't mind being second and third in this. As everyone is aware, of course, the Roman Catholic Church has elected a new pope, and for the first time, it's an American pope. And Pope Leo XIV. And the pope, everyone, of course, is trying to lay claim to the pope and his story. But right here in New Lenox, we know we have a definite, strong connection. Prior to being pope, His Holiness was, who is an Augustinian, was assigned to teach at Providence Catholic High School here in our community. Pope Leo, prior to becoming Pope, said Mass at St. Jude and has family that live in this community. And I've asked the Pope's brother John to be here today to join us. So I'm going to read this proclamation honoring Pope Leo XIV, born Robert Francis Prevost, is the first American pope in Roman Catholic history. Born on September 14th, 1955 in Chicago, Illinois, to Mildred and Lewis, and ultimately raised in Dalton. The youngest of three brothers, Robert's always had a very close relationship with his family. He studied mathematics and theology at Villanova University and earned degrees in canon law and theology in Rome. After taking his final vows with the Augustinians in 1981, and after his ordainment in 1982, Robert lived abroad for over 2 decades in Peru, serving as a missionary teaching theology and working with impoverished communities. In 2001, he was appointed apostolic, you'll have to say this for me here because I'm a Buddhist. I don't know what apostolic administrator in Peru, serving until 2013. Robert was named Superior General of the Order of St. Augustine and served as such in Rome until 2023, where he was made prefect of the bishops by Pope Francis, one of the most powerful positions in the Vatican, helping shape the global episcopacy. In 2023, Robert was created a cardinal by Pope Francis, working at the Vatican until his election as Pope in May of 2025. Robert is known to be deeply grounded in his family relationships, having made frequent trips back to his hometown to visit family members, including his brother John, a retired educator who resides in New Lenox. Robert would often visit his brother during summer breaks and would stay at Providence Catholic High School. In fact, we're laying claim because New Lenox has been listed as Pope Leo's official United States hometown with the Secretary of State and the village and the Will County Clerk's Office since 2012. His New Lenox connection will always be rooted in family and faith through his brother, pastoral visits, and community interaction. In 2023, while visiting New Lenox, then Cardinal Prevost led Mass at St. Jude Parish, interacting warmly with parishioners. He has visited the parish multiple times. On May 6th, he was elected Pope by the College of Cardinals. This momentous occasion marked a change in Catholic history, being, of course, the first American to have ever been given this honor. Robert chose the name Leo XIV. echoing Pope Leo XIII, who was a champion of Catholic social teaching. So therefore, on behalf of myself and the board and our entire community, we want to recognize and honor Pope Leo XIV for a lifetime of faithful service, not only as a loving son and brother, but now as the pillar of the Catholic community. We are going to have street signs from Cedar Road through Pine on 2nd. Mark, they're going up tomorrow, is that correct?
Yep.
Tomorrow morning, leading to St. Jude Catholic Church here in New Lenox, honoring Pope Leo XIV. We are incredibly proud to the connection that he has here at home. We certainly hope that at some point, we know he's busy with his duties, that he'll be able to make a return visit here. But in a letter that I wrote to the Pope and gave to John today, this isn't really congratulations, because the Pope didn't win anything. What he has committed to is lifelong pastoral care, and he is dedicating his life now as the leader of his faith. And for that, something that we know he did not ask for, something we know he did not seek, but something he felt was a true calling in his faith. And so it's our absolute honor to say thank you, and we're grateful for his service to all of mankind, regardless of your religious beliefs. The reality is that the Pope serves as someone who spreads kindness and compassion throughout the world to all people. And so I would ask Father Ray from St. Jude and John Prevost, if you would step forward, please. Thank you. There you go. And we have this. And reluctantly, we will, on your behalf, we will ask you, though, if the two of you would like to say something, please feel free to. This is your sign.
Thank you.
Thank you.
There's more on this than I even knew. There you go. Thank you. I told him this afternoon I was coming here for this, so
Oh,
he knows.
nice.
And he says thank you for the honor.
Absolutely.
I think the best way we can honor the Pope is what he's doing now is listening and try to build community using the Augustinian core values of truth, unity, and love. So really, that is a great way to try to honor Holy Father.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So
Well,
thank you for this honor.
Thank you.
Absolutely, and thank you both for being here. We
You're very
appreciate
welcome.
it. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Have a good evening.
Thank you very much.
Congratulations.
At this time, Dave, yes, Dave Nykiel to step forward. As is the case in every walk of life, there are people that move on and people that step up. Dave Nykiel has done a wonderful job in his time here with the New Lenox Police Department and has served us well and is now serving as our newest sergeant. So I want to swear you in. If you would just repeat after me. I state your name.
I, David Nykiel,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will faithfully discharge the duties and responsibilities
that I will faithfully discharge the duties and responsibilities
of police sergeant in the village of New Lenox, Illinois,
of police sergeant in the village of New Lenox, Illinois,
to the best of my ability,
to the best of my ability,
and that I will uphold the Constitution and laws of the United States,
and that I will uphold the laws, that I will uphold the Constitution and laws of the United States,
the Constitution and laws of the state of Illinois,
the Constitution and laws of the state of Illinois,
and the ordinances of the village of New Lenox, so help me God.
and the ordinances of the village of New Lenox, so help me God.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
I've been practicing. Oh, baby, I'm right here.
I never thought I'd have to follow dedication to the Pope, so it's a little difficult. Thank you to the mayor, the village board, my administration. Thank you to my family and everybody who came here to support me. I couldn't have done it without learning from you and working with you side by side. It truly means a lot, and it's truly an honor to be in this position, so thank you very much.
As Dave makes his way around, I want to say, as I always do, to his family, thank you. It is a huge commitment on the family's behalf. When you are a dedicated public servant, a police officer, it takes a toll on the family as well. So thank you to Dave's family, to all of the officers and staff that Dave works with there. We truly have one of the finest police departments around. One that is respected, of course, not only by myself, the board, and our administration, but by our community. And in recent years, that's not something that's easy to do. There has been a lack of respect and support in many instances for law enforcement, and we can't have that. We don't tolerate that here in our town. We insist on having the very best, the most professional. We wouldn't tolerate anything less than that, but that's what we have. We've got a tremendous police department up and down the line. They deserve our respect and deserve our support, and as the mayor, it's absolutely my pleasure to do that. But that takes leadership, and that brings us to Chief Lou Alessandrini, who is here with his family as well tonight. And Lou is somebody that I appointed as police chief several years ago, and it was really very easy for me. We have a lot of talented people here at the department, but Lou is a man of unquestionable integrity and character. And I've talked to Kurt, and when I talk about who I look at to have serve in our department head roles. Yes, they have to have an understanding of the job. Yes, they have to work well with people. But they have to have integrity. They have to have tremendous character. And with Lou, that was, I've known Lou for many, many years. That was never in question. And his entire time of serving this community, he has been the epitome of class and integrity. And so Lou will be retiring on August 9th of this year. And as good leaders do, has a strong succession plan in place. That's what strong leaders do. Weak leaders try to keep others down for job security purposes. Lou has always made sure that we have the very best ready to step up into the next role. Dave is an example of that, taking on this sergeant's role. And of course, we will be here after Lou retires officially. I'll be bringing to you Mike Anesi, Deputy Chief, to serve as our incoming chief, another great man of character and integrity. But at this time, Lou, I'd like you to step up, please. And this Distinguished Service Award is presented to you in recognition and appreciation of 20 years of dedicated service and support to the Village of New Lenox and its residents, presented by myself and the Board of Trustees. There is nothing that we can do to truly say thank you enough for what you've done. You have seen this department through some very, very difficult times. We had COVID, which put an additional strain on our law enforcement. We've seen the lack of respect that I spoke about nationally for several years. Hopefully we're getting some of that back. But despite all of that, you have led with class and really done a tremendous job with our town. So on behalf of all of us, I want to say thank you very much.
Thank you, Mayor. Thank you, Mayor, for the kind words. I want to start by saying congratulations to Dave Nykiel and his wife, Christine, and their beautiful family. Dave's a great guy, a dedicated family man, a good police officer, and I know he's going to make a great sergeant. So congratulations again, Dave. I think much of what I'd like to say tonight is simply thank you. I've got 30 years of memories and things that I could talk about, but the only thing that is worthy tonight, in my opinion, is thank you. Thank you, Mayor, for the kind words. Thank you, Mayor, for appointing me as the chief and trusting me with this huge responsibility and choosing me to steer the ship. It's been a pleasure working with you and for you. And, you've always been there to bounce stuff off of, and it's been great having your police experience. And it is a tough job for police officers. It's a tough job for the chief, but it's that much easier when you have the support of the administration and of the mayor, and a mayor who understands what law enforcement is about. So I can't say thank you enough for what you've done for me and my family, truly. Thank you. My goal as a chief was just to leave the department better than it was when I accepted this role. I think we've accomplished a lot. We started a new canine unit, a new drone program. We've updated our firearms, assigned new rifles and pistols to every officer. We spent a lot of focusing on officer well-being and mental health. And we've done some events to bring our families into the station so that they can take a part in their loved ones' lives and their careers. I'm proud of that. This department is full of outstanding people, men and women, who bravely put on this uniform every day and come to work to serve this great community, nothing short of being professional. And to all you guys, I thank you so much for making my job easy. I'm confident that the department's in great hands under the next administration. And which leads me to my next, I have to say thank you to my right-hand man and my closest friend, Mike and Nessie. Our families have been spent a lot of time together. Our kids have grown up together. And you've always been there for me, my sounding board. And I'm very happy that you'll be succeeding me in this role. Thanks for being a great friend at work and away from work. Thanks, Micah. Appreciate it. Earlier today, a retired chief texted me and asked me if I was feeling any guilt for leaving. I was kind of perplexed. I didn't really understand what he meant by that, but he said that he felt a sense of guilt leaving the guys behind. And I can honestly say I don't feel that guilt at all. And the biggest reason for that is I know it's time for me to move on. And I'm leaving of my own accord. In good graces, and I don't know what more you can really ask for. But more importantly, as a result of my leaving, you see other great people stepping up. Dave Nykiel stepping up, Sergeant Tilton's going to become a deputy chief, and then Micah gets promoted as well. And they're all ready to accept those roles, and therefore I know it's time for me to go. So I don't feel any guilt at all. And I'd like to say thank you to the village administrator, Carol. It's been a pleasure working with you. I could thank everybody, but I'll have Friday of next week and Saturday too now, I understand, to thank even more. But Robin Ellis, Deb Smetana has been just a life support to my family with all of our insurance needs. Kim Ockstetter, Laura Zelinskis. You always keep things interesting, Laura. Thank you for that. And to the entire board and trustees, thank you for having the confidence in me to do the job. It's been a great 4.5 years. Thank you so much, all of you. Thanks to my lovely wife, Susan, for the support through all the years. I could not have done 30 years in law enforcement without your love and support. Through all the call-outs, the late calls, the stress, the missed birthdays and holidays, not so much recently, but we can't forget all those years of those things. And I couldn't do this without you, so thank you, Susan. I love you. To my 4 children, Ida's not here tonight. She's in Los Angeles. Gabriela, Sophia, Mateo. Thank you guys for the love and support. I guess I never realized that it was hard to be a child of a police officer, but I've come to appreciate that it may not always be easy. And I've been a police officer all of your lives, so this is going to be a new role. I'm going to be home more often, and one of the things I look forward to the most is spending more time with all of you. So thank you for your love and support. And then just, man, since the first day I started working in New Lenox, I've loved it. I'm not going to say it's always been great or it's always been rosy or peaches, but every day that I pull into the Commons, it's just a different world. This is a great community. It's been a pleasure, an honor, a blessing to serve the great citizens of this town. The support that they show for us, it makes our jobs that much easier. The way that all of you, from the mayor, the board, treat your employees is second to none. And I couldn't have done 30 years somewhere else. I didn't think I was going to do 20 in a day. But when I got here, it made it that much easier. And I love serving this community, so thank you again.
Someone out there sitting, the lights telling you.
Yeah, I got to go.
Oh, it's Nykiel's kid. He's having Get the hook.
All right, with that, I'll close. Last but not certainly least, I want to thank the good Lord above for opening the door to New Lenox for me and my family 20 years ago. Thanks be to God for giving me the courage to leave one department where I had already invested 10 years to start a new journey in New Lenox. I thank God that I'm able to leave this profession on my own terms, still in pretty good health, and still relatively of sound good mind. To God be the glory. Thank you all again. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you, Susan and kids, for sharing your husband and father with us. You know this better than us. He's just an incredible man and one that you can be really, really proud of. I know that we are. So thank you. And unless you have something, Lou, I don't think you do, we are happy to dismiss all of you. So for all of you coming out tonight, thank you very much and showing support for those that you work with. We appreciate it. Thank you. Have a great night. Okay. Next up is the consent agenda, which consists of 13 items. They are the minutes of the regular meeting for July 14th, 2025. Ordinance proposing the establishment of a special service area, Tierling Lakes. Ordinance proposing the establishment of a special service area, Tierling Lakes Amenity Center. Ordinance proposing the establishment of a special service area, Lakes Park. Ordinance proposing the establishment of a special service area, Lakes Park Townhomes. Ordinance creating a Class SE liquor license, Warrior Walk, VFW Post 9545. Ordinance creating a Class SE liquor license, the original Hog Wild New Lenox fundraising event. Approval of proposal for seal coating for various locations. Ordinance repealing Chapter 32, Article 5 of the Village Code. Surety reduction for Sky Harbor Commercial Schoolhouse Road improvements. Surety release Sky Harbor Multifamily Schoolhouse Road. Approval of advertising agreement with the Patch. And approval of consulting services training agreement. Vicarious Multimedia. Does any member wish any of those items to be pulled and discussed separately? All right, if not, is there a motion to approve the consent agenda?
So moved.
Second.
Motion by trustee Mattson, second by trustee Scalise. If there are no questions or comments, a roll call vote, please.
Trustee Mattson?
Aye.
Trustee Galuza?
Aye.
Trustee Scalise?
Aye.
Trustee Christofferson?
Aye, abstain from A.
Mayor Balderman?
Aye. Next up, we have consideration of an ordinance creating a Class D liquor license for Nicky V's first read. They have passed the background. They are here tonight They're looking to take over the spot that was with the pony
Yes.
over off Schoolhouse Road. They've also asked, so they can move forward, that we waive second read. Do you want to step up and say anything about your business? Just come on up, and you might as well promote it while you got a chance.
I used to be good at this stuff, not so much anymore.
All right, just state your name for the record and go ahead and talk.
My name is Nick Versetto, and my wife Christina is here as well. We are a family-owned, locally small little hot dog stand. Started in Oak Forest, went to Mount Greenwood, Marionette Park, Bedford Park, and hopefully now New Lenox. So we're excited to be here. We live in Frankfurt, so super excited to become a part of this community as well. So,
Well, very good. Thank you
Yep.
for being.
thanks for putting me on the spot.
Well, hey, that's all right. You wore the appropriate shirt. Okay, yes. Just a coincidence. There's a good sign for you. All right. If there are no concerns, is there a motion to set aside the rules and waive second reading?
So moved. Second.
Motion by trustee Scalise, second by trustee Christopherson. All those in favor signify by a voice vote of aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries. Now is there a motion to create the ordinance Class D liquor license for Nicky B's?
So moved. Second.
Motion by trustee Scalise, second by trustee Galuza. If there's nothing further, a roll call vote, please.
Trustee Mattson?
Aye.
Trustee Galuza?
Aye.
Trustee Scalise?
Aye.
Trustee Christopherson?
Aye.
Mayor Baldwin?
Aye, motion carries. Okay, next up, we have consideration for approval of a request for extension of P.U.D. plat for Landings Business Center. Robin?
Yes, in August of 2020, the village board approved a final PUD plat for the Landings. It included what is now the Prairie Trail Apartments, as well as a proposed two-story office building. The PUD regulations require submittal of a construction schedule and state that the PUD would lapse if it falls more than 2 years behind that construction schedule. One extension has already been granted, but that is coming up to an end as well. So the letter included in packet is requesting an extension of the construction schedule. The proposed schedule anticipates permitting in January and February of next year, site work in the spring, and substantial completion by the end of 2026. Staff has no objection to extending the construction schedule.
All right, very good. Any questions for Robin? All right, is there a motion to approve the resolution?
So moved.
Oh, it's not a resolution.
I'm
just a
sorry.
motion.
That's the next one. Approve the request for the extension of PUD plat.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by trustee Scalise, second by trustee Madsen. If there's no comments or questions, a roll call vote, please.
Trustee Christopherson?
Aye.
Trustee Galuza?
Aye.
Trustee Scalise?
Aye.
Trustee Mattson?
Aye.
Mayor Baldwin?
Aye, motion carries. Now we have consideration of a resolution authorizing approving a settlement agreement and mutual agreement with Silver Cross Boulevard dedication. This is with the owners of Sprode, Killinger, Hoyle, Rowley parcels. This is so they can execute the plats of dedication for Silver Cross Boulevard. This is so we can get the Spring Creek development going on the north side of Route 6 there across from the sports complex. I'd be looking for a motion subject to attorney review on this resolution. Are there any questions on it? No? Can I get a motion subject to attorney review?
So moved.
Second.
Motion by trustee Scalise, second by trustee Galuza. If there's no comments or questions, a roll call vote, please.
Trustee Christopherson?
Aye.
Trustee Mattson?
Aye.
Trustee Galuza?
Aye.
Trustee Scalise?
Aye.
Mayor Baldwin?
Aye, motion carries. Next, we have consideration of ordinance repealing ordinance number 3164 and authorizing the execution of an amended and restated recapture agreement for Spring Creek. First read. Robin?
Yes, this is part of that settlement agreement that you just approved is a requirement to, or a request to amend the recapture agreement to clarify that the corner property is exempt from any future recapture in exchange for them granting the right-of-way both to the village for the Silver Cross Boulevard extension and to IDOT for Route 6. There's how the recapture would be proportioned based on the size of the property that is ultimately developed. Because time is of the essence, staff is respectfully requesting that you waive first and second read and take action tonight, because approval of this is one of the contingencies for those property owners signing the plats of dedication.
Yeah, this is something that we've been working on quite a bit, myself, staff, council. It's been a long time coming. We want to see that commercial growth happening on the north side of Route 6. It's imperative for all of us. So it's been a lot of negotiation involved in this. So first, I'd be looking for, is that kid still here? Oh, he is, all right. First, I'd be looking for a motion to set aside the rules and waive second read.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
Motion by trustee Mattson, second by trustee Scalise. All those in favor signify by a voice vote of aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. That's awesome. All right, now I need a motion to approve the ordinance repealing ordinance 3164 and authorizing the execution of amended and restated recapture agreement for Spring Creek.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by trustee Mattson, second by trustee Scalise. If there's no comments or questions, a roll call vote, please.
Trustee Mattson?
Aye.
Trustee Galuza?
Aye.
Trustee Scalise?
Aye.
Trustee Christopherson?
Aye.
Mayor Balderman?
Aye, motion carries. All right, next we have consideration for approval request for extension of temporary use for real estate subdivision advertising sign for Jacobs Field. Robin?
Yes, this sign is located at the northeast corner of Laraway and Gauga Road. Jacobs Field, the final phase is under construction, but there are still approximately 15 lots available, so they are requesting an additional extension of time for the sign. When staff initially went out there earlier this month, the sign needed a little maintenance, so the developer did replace or repaint, and at the Zoning Board of Appeals meeting indicated that an ultimate replacement of the sign may be forthcoming, but I know Mike Flaherty is here if you have any questions. But at this point, staff is recommending approval of the request. This would be for up to 5 years or until the last permit is issued for the last lot.
Very good. Mike, anything you want to say? You're all good.
No, just, we're replacing.
Okay. Yeah.
I love Band-Aids on over here.
Well, you do beautiful work out there. You have some beautiful homes, so it's nice to see you.
Thank you.
All right. Is there a motion to approve the request for the extension of temporary use for real estate subdivision advertising?
So moved.
Second.
Motion by trustee Mattson, second by trustee Scalise. If there's nothing further, all those in favor signify by a voice vote of aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. All right, F through H, consideration for approval of ordinance authorizing the execution of annexation agreement, annexing certain property and granting special use for a preliminary P.U.D. plat, Spencer Meadows, second read. Go ahead, Robin.
Yes, so this subdivision was back before you in April for first read. It is 55 lots. 53 of them are smaller lots geared towards empty nesters, and the 2 lots that are immediately adjacent to Ashton Estates North are larger, more traditional R2A size lots for compatibility. Over the last couple of months, staff has been working with the applicant and his engineer and attorney on amendments to the annexation agreement and the plans. The P.U.D. ordinance does have a couple provisions in there for some larger lots that have less than the required frontage at the building setback line. In working with Public Works and the developer in order to get the water main extension along Spencer Road, far enough a distance, far enough away from the future homes as well as the ComEd power poles. The buffer yard, instead of 20 feet, would be 30 feet, and the berm would be a little bit shorter because of that. Other than that, the elevations have not changed. We have approval of a landscape plan. They did make some modifications to the sign and the sign location to address some of staff's comments. With regard to the annexation agreement, there is a credit in there for the water main extensions off-site that are necessary for this development to move forward. It does also then help the village's overall water system by providing a critical component of the Laraway Road water main. So the developer would receive a credit against the tap-on fees for those off-site. And I think that summarizes the major issues. So at this point, staff is recommending that you take action and approve the ordinances tonight.
All right, any questions for Robin on that? All right, we'll take them one at a time. First, is there a motion for approval of an ordinance authorizing the execution of the annexation agreement for Spencer Meadows?
So moved. Second.
Motion by trustee Christopherson, second by trustee Scalise. Roll call vote, please.
Trustee Christopherson?
Aye.
Trustee Mattson?
Aye.
Trustee Galuza?
Aye.
Trustee Scalise?
Aye.
Mayor Balderman?
Aye, motion carries. Next, we need a motion for approval of an ordinance annexing certain property to the Village of New Lenox for Spencer Meadows.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by trustee Mattson, second by trustee Scalise. Roll call vote, please.
Trustee Mattson?
Aye.
Trustee Galuza?
Aye.
Trustee Scalise?
Aye.
Trustee Christopherson?
Aye.
Mayor Balderman?
Aye, motion carries. Next, I need a motion for approval of an ordinance granting a special use for a preliminary P.U.D. plat for Spencer Meadows.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by trustee Scalise, second by trustee Galuza. Any comments or questions? Roll call vote, please.
Trustee Christopherson?
Aye.
Trustee Mattson?
Aye.
Trustee Galuza?
Aye.
Trustee Scalise?
Aye.
Mayor Balderman?
Aye, motion carries. All right, thank you. Next, we have consideration for approval of an ordinance granting a special use for an outdoor patio, 222 West Maple Street for True Country, and consideration for approval of an ordinance granting variances for 222 West Maple Street, True Country. Robin?
Yes, so this is the former TJ's building on the southeast corner of Route 30 and Oak Drive. This was back before you in March for first read. The proposed patio would be on the east side of the building, and they, as they've been moving forward with their plans, they were actually able to get 2 extra on-street parking, which while that doesn't satisfy the village's off-street parking requirements, it does provide 2 more spaces to support the business. Because of the limited number of parking spaces, the ordinance granting the variance does cap the number of seats to 85 between the inside and outdoor, which does closely comply with our 1 space per 3 seat requirement. They did provide a nice rendering of what the patio would look like. It is covered, so that would also help with the noise. If you remember when this was before you for first read, staff was recommending earlier closing times in consideration for the surrounding residences, and the applicant requested that the patio after 9 o'clock on weekdays and 10 o'clock on weekends be available for smoking only. That is in the ordinance and clearly states that no food or beverages can be out there after those times. Also, in working with Public Works, they are going to mill and overlay the portion of the alley behind them, because that does serve as the main entrance into their parking lot. And the ordinance also requires that any of the landscape islands that kind of bump into our right-of-way would be their obligation to repair and maintain. That summarizes all the variances that are outlined in the ordinance. None of those changed, other than they were also able to provide 2 extra parking spaces within the parking lot by modifying some of the landscape islands. So at this point, staff is recommending approval of both the special use and the variances.
It's good. I mean, are they ready to get rolling then and all that?
Yes, they did apply for permits. The roof should be coming out. They did get a roof permit already, and then they just put construction fence around and applied for their interior build-out within the last week or 2.
That's great. All right, any questions for Robin? All right, first up, is there a motion to approve the ordinance granting special use for an outdoor patio for True Country?
So moved.
Second.
Motion by trustee Mattson, second by trustee Scalise. If there's no comments or questions, a roll call vote, please.
Trustee Mattson?
Aye.
Trustee Galuza?
Aye.
Trustee Scalise?
Aye.
Trustee Christopherson?
Aye.
Mayor Balderman?
Aye, motion carries. Now I need a motion to approve an ordinance granting variances for 222 West Maple Street, True Country.
So moved. Second.
Motion by trustee Galuza, second by trustee Scalise. If there's nothing further, roll call vote, please.
Trustee Mattson?
Aye.
Trustee Galuza?
Aye.
Trustee Scalise?
Aye.
Trustee Christopherson?
Aye.
Mayor Balderman?
Aye, motion carries. Well, Will, I normally handle these by myself, but since you got a whole boatload today, we'll just let you take them.
All right,
Next
thank you,
up
Mayor.
is consideration for approval of setting a surety for True Country. Go ahead.
Thank you, Mayor. As Robin mentioned, all those improvements, we're looking for approval for surety in the amount of $47,238.75.
All right, any questions for Will? Is there a motion to approve that setting a surety?
So moved.
Second.
Motion by trustee Scalise, second by trustee Christopherson. If there's nothing further, a roll call vote, please.
Trustee Christopherson.
Aye.
Trustee Galuza.
Aye.
Trustee Scalise.
Aye.
Trustee Mattson.
Aye.
Mayor Baldwin.
Aye, motion carries. Next up, we have consideration for approval of bid award for the 2025 MFT Road Resurfacing Project. Will?
Yes, this project was, we had a bid opening on July 2nd. We received 5 bids. The tabulation is in your packet. We're looking for approval tonight in the amount of $2,353,916.80 to the Gallagher Asphalt Corporation for this work.
Any questions for Will on that? We're going to be all over this stuff, okay?
Yes, sir. I've had discussions already.
You're vouching. You know, it's like having someone become a made man. If you vouch for them, it's on you.
I'm gonna do my best, as best I can, sir.
Very good. Is there a motion to approve the bid award for the 2025 MFT Road Resurfacing Project?
So moved.
Second.
Motion by trustee Scalise, second by trustee Christopherson. If there's nothing further, a roll call vote, please.
Trustee Christopherson.
Aye.
Trustee Mattson.
Aye.
Trustee Galuza.
Aye.
Trustee Scalise.
Aye.
Mayor Baldwin.
Aye, motion carries. All right, next will consideration for approval of resolution 2025 MFT Municipal Maintenance Program.
Yes, so this maintenance is to utilize the MFT funds that we receive from the state, and this year it would be in the amount of $1,217,000, and that's some of last year's as well, since we had the Rebuild Illinois funds that we were able to utilize last year.
All right. Any questions for Will? All right, is there a motion to approve the bid award?
So moved.
Or
Second.
resolution, rather, I'm sorry. Motion by trustee Scalise, is there a second?
Second.
Second by trustee Christopherson. If there's nothing further, a roll call vote, please.
Trustee Mattson.
Aye.
Trustee Galuza.
Aye.
Trustee Scalise.
Aye.
Trustee Christopherson.
Aye.
Mayor Baldwin.
Aye, motion carries. Next, we have consideration for approval of a contract engineering services 2025 MFT Road Resurfacing Project to Christopher Burke Engineering. Will?
Yes, so this, for that project, we anticipated taking approximately 3 months, and this contract allows us to utilize Christopher Burke for some engineering services to help us out in the field, and we're looking for approval not to exceed $40,000 for that contract.
All right, any questions for Will? Is there a motion to approve the contract?
So moved.
Second.
Motion by trustee Scalise, second by trustee Christopherson. If there's nothing further, a roll call vote, please.
Trustee Mattson.
Aye.
Trustee Galuza.
Aye.
Trustee Scalise.
Aye.
Trustee Christopherson.
Aye.
Mayor Baldwin.
Aye, motion carries. All right, next up is consideration for approval of a change order number 2 for the KidsWork Children Museum. This is for the amount of $35,032. We had to have work done. This is Mark and Dave Meskel and the team over there really did a great job. We had the surface done for the playground out there. We ended up getting water that was coming in. I'm sorry. Oh, the water table. This is the one for the water table. Yeah, there's so many. All right, this is the one for the water table. Go ahead. That's because the water was going out into the main part of the
Yes, this is
museum.
the regrading of the water.
Yeah, the
table.
museum was getting flooded at the water table and from the playground. This is the water table. This is the internal flooding.
So we didn't have to change it to a water park.
That's right. That's right. That's right. And that work we had to get done right away because it would have been certainly a safety hazard there. That work was done. It was done well. I know I've talked to Beth. We're looking at some matting or something over there as well to keep it a little less slippery. But this also prevented the water from going out underneath the walls into the sun. And you're happy with the work that was done there? Yeah. All right, good, very good, thank you. So this is the amount of $35,032. Is there a motion to approve that change order?
So moved.
Second.
Motion by trustee Mattson, second by trustee Christopherson. Any comments or questions? Okay, roll call vote, please.
Trustee Christopherson.
Aye.
Trustee Galuza.
Aye.
Trustee Scalise.
Aye.
Trustee Mattson.
Aye.
Mayor Baldwin.
Aye, motion carries. Okay, and in that area, of course, we had to do a new vinyl wrap through there, which is done by Image 360. That's in the amount of $9,094.01. Any questions on that? Is there a motion to approve that work?
So moved. Second.
Motion by trustee Galuza, second by trustee Scalise. If there's nothing further, a roll call vote, please.
Trustee Christopherson?
Aye.
Trustee Mattson?
Aye.
Trustee Galuza?
Aye.
Trustee Scalise?
Aye.
Mayor Balderman?
Aye, motion carries. Next, we have consideration for approval of an agreement, digital membership cards, KidsWork Children's Museum. Beth?
Yeah, this is a pricing proposal from QZM. They provide digital membership cards to museums, zoos, other membership associations. It's essentially going to eliminate our need to have physical membership cards for our members, and with that, eliminate that cost. It's a one-time fee of $33,711.67, along with monthly upkeep fees of $170. We're looking to do this at this time because we're about to hit our one-year anniversary here in New Lenox, and we'll have a lot of memberships coming up for renewal.
And how much was the amount again?
It's $3,711.67.
With an annual renewal.
With-
Okay.
yeah.
Any questions for Beth on that? All right, is there a motion to approve the agreement?
So moved.
Second.
Motion by trustee Mattson, second by trustee Christopherson. If there's nothing further, roll call vote, please.
Trustee Mattson?
Aye.
Trustee Galuza?
Aye.
Trustee Scalise?
Aye.
Trustee Christopherson?
Aye.
Mayor Balderman?
Aye, motion carries. Next up is consideration for approval of a resolution approving a municipal philanthropy partnership agreement with Silver Cross Foundation. This is in the amount of $25,000. It will cover a lot of the events that we attend anyway. Silver Cross, of course, is a sponsor of ours over at the sports complex. But what it will also do is provide some really great, unique marketing ideas or opportunities for the village. Beth will work with her department and Silver Cross on there. For example, when newborns are born at the hospital, there'll be an opportunity to provide museum membership information for people. There's just a lot that goes into it. So they're a great partner of ours, and I think this is a way we can support them, but also help get the word out on things that we're doing here in New Lenox. Beth, anything you want to add to that? No, you're good?
That sounds good to me.
Smart. All right. Is there a motion to approve the resolution for the Municipal Philanthropy Partnership with Silver Cross?
So moved. Second.
Motion by trustee Scalise, second by trustee Galuza. If there's nothing further, a roll call vote, please.
Trustee Mattson?
Aye.
Trustee Galuza?
Aye.
Trustee Scalise?
Aye.
Trustee Christopherson?
Aye.
Mayor Balderman?
Aye, motion carries. Next, we have consideration for approval of proposal for the Mighty Motor exhibit. As you know, we were talking about changing out some of our exhibits. Beth worked with a distributor that has a wonderful car where it's very interactive for kids to be able to put parts on and off. We also were able to work out a sponsorship with Phillips Chevrolet, where they are putting $40,000 toward the sports complex annually and $10,000 toward this exhibit annually over the next 5 years. So it'll take care of that exhibit. So it was a great partnership with Phillips, and it will be the Phillips Motor Works garage over there. So we're really excited to be able to add that component and get that sponsorship to cover. Any questions on that? Anything you want to add to that?
Still good.
All right, still good. All right, I'm sorry. Oh, yeah, that's right. Oh, so we are going to need to waive competitive bidding on that because there are so few. Beth searched several to try and get a car that would fit that exhibit. We do have to move the wall a little bit, that exhibit space, but there are so few vendors that we can do business with in this regard. So I'd ask for a motion to waive competitive bidding on this first.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second that.
All right, motion by trustee Scalise, second by trustee Christopherson. All those in favor signify by a voice vote of aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Now is there a motion to approve the resolution, approve the proposal?
So moved.
Second.
Motion by trustee Scalise, second by trustee Christopherson. Roll call vote, please.
Trustee Christopherson?
Aye.
Trustee Galuza?
Aye.
Trustee Scalise?
Aye.
Trustee Mattson?
Aye.
Mayor Balderman?
Aye, motion carries. All right, next we have consideration for approval of proposal engineering services, Crossroads Sports Complex, final plat. Robin?
Yes, if you remember last fall, the village approved a final plat that created the lot that's now the sports complex, and then the commercial area remained as one large parcel. As you are aware later on tonight's agenda, we've got a contract extension for the proposed hotel, which is roughly in that red area, so we need to have a final plat created to legally establish that lot, so we can then sell it to the hotel developer. So Spaceco did the original, and they've done all the civil work up there. They provided a proposal for $5,800 to prepare the plat of subdivision.
Excellent. Any questions for Robin on that? All right, is there a motion to approve the proposal for engineering services?
So moved.
Motion by trustee Galuza, second by trustee Christopherson. If there's no comments or questions, a roll call vote, please.
Trustee Christopherson?
Aye.
Trustee Mattson?
Aye.
Trustee Galuza?
Aye.
Trustee Scalise?
Aye.
Mayor Baldwin?
Aye, motion carries. Next, we have consideration of approval of purchase, access, and interior signage with Integrity Signs for the Crossroads Sports Complex. These are wayfinding signs for up there. The cost of the signage is $6,000. Any questions on that? All right, is there a motion to approve the purchase? So moved.
Second.
Motion by trustee Mattson, second by trustee Scalise. If there's nothing further, a roll call vote, please.
Trustee Mattson?
Aye.
Trustee Galuza?
Aye.
Trustee Scalise?
Aye.
Trustee Christopherson?
Aye.
Mayor Baldwin?
My motion carries. Next, we have consideration and approval of low voltage change orders. In March, we had approved the contract with Low Voltage Systems for installing low voltage electric wiring and equipment up at the complex. During the construction, the need or want for additional service under contract was realized and previously authorized not to hold up the construction progress. We're now being presented for official board approval. The costs are detailed in change orders 1, 2, and 3. The total for all those change orders are $40,332.
It was a continuation of the work they had done. When we knew they were running lines, didn't know exactly where all the TVs were gonna go, so we had to do wall mounts, corner mounts for the TVs, and then run the coax cable to all the different sites. Since it was not part of the initial bid, we'll ask for waiving of the bid, but it's, in essence, it's an extension that we knew we would have to do, but not knowing where they were gonna go, we sought it to continue the work they've done.
Okay,
So it's a change to the.
It's a change to the initial,
Change to the initial
it's one we knew,
contract.
but since it wasn't part of the initial one, we're asking for a waiving of the formal bid. But it was always envisioned, but not knowing
well,
where
yeah,
the
but we
sites
couldn't hold up the work. We needed to
Exactly.
get going to get, we
Exactly.
didn't know what the full scope of the work was gonna be until we got
Correct.
there. All right, so I need a motion to waive competitive bidding for this part of that project.
So moved. Second.
Motion by trustee Scalise, second by trustee Christopherson. If there's nothing further, all those in favor signify by voice vote of aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries. Now I need a motion for the approval of the change orders for low voltage.
So moved. Second.
Motion by trustee Scalise, second by trustee Galuza. If there's nothing further, a roll call vote, please.
Trustee Mattson? Trustee Galuza?
Aye.
Trustee Scalise?
Aye.
Trustee Christopherson?
Aye.
Mayor Baldwin?
Aye, motion carries. Next up, we have consideration for approval of a resolution authorizing a sponsorship agreement with Homewood Disposal. As you know, we had an agreement with Homewood, and we included in there them picking up additional properties for us. They've always handled our properties, but clearly with the museum and the sports complex in particular, you can imagine how much more work that is. So per the agreement, they would be able to receive some interior signage and a digital logo on the website. If there are no questions on that, is there a motion to approve the resolution authorizing the sponsorship agreement?
So moved.
Second.
Motion by trustee Mattson, second by trustee Christopherson. If there's nothing further, a roll call vote, please.
Trustee Christopherson?
Aye.
Trustee Galuza?
Aye.
Trustee Scalise?
Aye.
Trustee Mattson?
Aye.
Mayor Baldwin?
Aye, motion carries. All right, next we have consideration of purchasing golf carts for the Crossroads Sports Complex. Mark?
Yeah, so after a month of tournaments, I sat down with Scott and John and some of the staff up there and see if what their needs were, because we didn't really know what they would need going in. They did express a need for an additional golf cart for maintenance, and then one for the food and beverage, since we're making all the food at the beer garden and sending it out to the stands. They didn't want to be using maintenance carts to carry food out there. So we are getting the one maintenance cart for $11,595, which is the same as it was before. The other one is $13,760. They're both under the government pricing, and they'll be here early fall.
All right, and I had a conversation with John as well over the weekend, and we were talking about a few things, including some of the drainage up there, but one of the things he talked about was the need for at least 2 more golf carts that are rented by the tournament teams. So this was just
Yeah,
a
we had had
conversation.
conversation of their use out there.
Right, so because they're wanting to do, so we need 2 more for staffing. Is it advantageous, and of course it's not on the agenda thing, but is it advantageous for us if we were in fact to order 4 at one time as opposed to 2?
I think since we are already under government pricing, I don't think there's much more savings to be realized. I mean, I can certainly find
The
out.
one thing we'd like to double check is it's similar to like when we have our special events, how many of the tournaments are they gonna want to?
Right,
Does it
and
make
whether we
sense
rent them out.
to rent, and like for our events here, we don't use enough for our events that it makes sense to buy. But
No.
if they're going to be using it throughout the whole course, that we'll do a costing on it.
Yeah, and we'll look at that, but I know too that they needed some, and, you know, Beaver Creek, for example, didn't have any available. So
Sure.
the tournament organizers were saying it's important for them to be able to rent those. So I don't want us to get in a position where we think it's financially advantageous to rent, but then we can't find anywhere to
Sure.
rent them from. So tonight, obviously, we'll approve the 2 that we need for the staff. But let's really look at that, and so we can, if we do decide that's the way we want to go, we can get them in the fall as well, so we're ready to
Those
go.
might be more readily available, I can check.
The
'Cause these are
6-seater
special
ones?
These are the
maintenance carts.
specialty.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, the
All right, but let's,
4-seaters should
we'll
be-
have a conversation about that, but I would expect we might be talking about that for,
It helps if we put it in their contract that they're paying for the rental too.
they'll have to. Well, doing all the new contracts.
Correct.
So that'll be good.
Correct.
All right, are there any questions from Mark on that?
Yeah, another question would be for maintenance, getting their job done. I know golf carts are great for getting around or getting from point A to point B, but, you know, maintenance, they've got to haul stuff, they've got to, you know, do a little bit more heavy, you know, work sometimes. So I didn't know if that was ever a conversation down the road. a
Well, these
Kubota,
carts do
a
have
Gator.
like a utility bed on them.
Okay.
They do.
So there's ways to
And they also
utilize
do
them.
have a pickup truck up there.
Oh,
with-
great.
With a lift gate, so if they have heavier stuff.
So they have
So
the
we
resources
have
they
some
need.
stuff, we're just kind of seeing what's
Uh-huh.
going to work this year, and then we'll get into some more stuff next year, maybe.
Got it.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. All right, excellent. All right, so we need a motion to approve the purchase of the 2 golf carts.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by trustee Christopherson, second by trustee Scalise. If there's nothing further, roll call vote, please.
Trustee Christopherson?
Aye.
Trustee Mattson?
Aye.
Trustee Galuza?
Aye.
Trustee Scalise?
Aye.
Mayor Balderman?
Aye, motion carries. All right, next, need as we talked about before, sometimes we have to move forward and we bring things back to you. If you've been up there in the last couple of days, you've noticed that the trees were cleared. Majority of the trees and brush and garbage was cleared along Route 6. So now you can actually see the Crossroads Sports Complex. But more importantly, one of the questions that we were getting from the potential developers on that 14 acres of commercial was you couldn't, if they built a building, you wouldn't be able to see it from Route 6 because of all the nonsense that was there. So it's state property, but if we waited for the state to do that, Ted Williams will be reincarnated, his head will be reattached, and he'll be out there playing baseball. So I had Mark look and talk to the state to get things done through IDOT, and he worked with Homewood Tree Service to get that accomplished. Go ahead, Mark, and talk a little about that.
Yeah, so IDOT's quick process still took, I think, 4 weeks. So we asked Homewood Tree to go out there. They're the ones who did all the land clearing for the original Crossroads. They do great work. So there's still some trees out there that IDOT considers intentional plantings. So those will have to stay, but for the most part, it's much better than it was.
Are those home to some indigenous butterfly or something like that?
No, we did have to make sure there's no bats or cats, or I don't know, whatever
That's
the
good.
state wants. So, first I'm gonna ask that you waive the bidding on this.
The
and
the
then-
removal would have fallen under the guidelines, but the state also, by us asking to clear it out, also made us do the brushwork underneath, and that added another $20,000 to the cost.
Yeah, so it wasn't
So
enough that we were cleaning up their site, we had to.
We had to, yes.
We had to reseed with
To ask to
grass
do
and
their work, we had to pay extra.
Wildflower.
Well, it's worth it because, again, we're trying to sell, literally millions of dollars worth of commercial property up there, and then, of course, get the revenue from those businesses, and they have to be seen from Route 6.
Sure, no, it was the right,
So-
as you said, it's the right.
All right, so that is in the amount of, where are you at here? In the amount of
42,156.
$42,156, Mark?
Yep.
All right, any questions for Mark on that? Is there a motion to approve the tree clearing for Homewood Tree Service?
Second.
Motion by trustee Mattson, second by trustee Christopherson. If there's nothing further, a roll call vote, please.
Trustee Mattson? Trustee Galuza?
Aye.
Trustee Scalise?
Aye.
Trustee Christopherson?
Aye.
Mayor Balderman?
Aye, motion carries. Next, we have consideration of ordinance amending Village Code electronic message sign, center signs and gas station canopy signs. First read, Robin.
Yes, when the board granted a variance for an electronic message center sign at Covantage Credit Union a couple months ago, the discussion was that the variance was not the way to go with this, and if we wanted to allow them, we should look at amending the code. So that is what this does. It maintains a 500-foot separation if electronic message signs are on the same side of the street. If they're on opposite sides of the street, there'd be a 250-foot minimum separation between the two. And then since the Plan Commission was holding a public hearing on amendments to the sign code, there was another thing that staff wanted to clear up, which relates to gas station canopy signs. The way the zoning ordinance is written, it says that signs on canopies can be non-illuminated and non-flashing. The intent behind that was canopies over doorways attached to buildings was not intended to apply to gasoline fueling stations, so this would clarify that and allow them to be internally illuminated if it's a gas station canopy.
Good. Any questions for Robin? All right, we'll bring it back. Thank you. Next, we have consideration and approval for a proposal demolition ancillary structure 907 Country Creek Drive. This is for Donegal Services, and they had the lowest bid for $8,995. That's the salt shed, the old salt shed, over at 907 Country Creek. Any questions on that? All right, is there a motion to approve?
So moved. Second.
Motion by trustee Scalise, second by trustee Galuza. If there's nothing further, a roll call vote, please.
Trustee Mattson? Aye. Trustee Galuza?
Aye.
Trustee Scalise?
Aye.
Trustee Christopherson?
Aye.
Mayor Balderman?
Aye, motion carries. Next, we have consideration for approval of proposal asphalt rejuvenation for 2024 MFT areas. Mark?
As you know, the past few years, we've been putting down the asphalt rejuvenator on the previous year's MFT areas. This year, we had a bid opening. There's 3 bidders. The lowest, we're asking you to bypass after discussions with the mayor and concerns with their past performance. So we're asking you to bypass the lowest bidder and award it to Denler, Inc. in the amount of $87,312.60, which is only $90 more than the lowest bidder was.
That's only a $90 difference, and it's well worth it. And they've done the rejuvenation
They've
work
done
for us.
rejuvenation. They also got the seal coating bid.
Yeah,
that
so it
this
makes
year
sense.
was- so.
Makes sense. Any questions for Mark on that? All right, is there a motion to approve the proposal? So moved.
Second.
Motion by trustee Mattson, second by trustee Christopherson. If there's nothing further, a roll call vote, please.
Trustee Christopherson?
Aye.
Trustee Galuza?
Aye.
Trustee Scalise?
Aye.
Trustee Mattson?
Aye.
Mayor Balderman?
Aye, motion carries. Next, we have consideration for approval request for building code waiver and building permit fee waiver, New Lenox Mustangs football shed installation, New Lenox Community Park District. This is something that we typically do. It's only a $75 fee. So I'm asking that we approve both waivers. And go ahead.
Yeah, I was just going to add, the building code waiver has to do with the fact that they're proposing a gravel base. It will be securely anchored, but our code, because of the size of the shed, requires a concrete foundation.
Okay. Are there any questions on that? Okay. Is there a motion to approve the request?
So moved. Second.
Motion by trustee Christopherson, second by trustee Scalise. If there's nothing further, a roll call vote, please.
Trustee Christopherson?
Aye.
Trustee Mattson?
Aye.
Trustee Galuza?
Aye.
Trustee Scalise?
Aye.
Mayor Balderman?
My motion carries. Okay, finally, we have consideration for approval of a resolution authorizing a second amendment to real estate purchase agreement with Govinda Hospitality. This is the second amendment. I've worked with Robin and Chris on this matter. Robin, you want to talk a little bit about the changes to it?
Yeah. The main changes are it pushes the permitting period back to September 30th of this year, which then pushes the closing to 30 days from the developer getting SBA loan approval or no later than October 15th. Probably the bigger change is the current agreement has a prohibition, or it allows the current hotel developer the right to purchase an adjacent lot for another hotel, and has a prohibition of the village grant approving another hotel in our property within 27 months. In discussions with the mayor, that 27 months went from the permitting date, and now that we are pushing that back, we did not want to continue to tie our hands in being able to get another hotel up there. So the date that is in there of October 30th, or I'm sorry, of, I don't have my glasses on. So it's 27 months from the original permit, what the original permitting date
right.
would be. So we're still giving him 27 months, but from the initial contract timeframe, not this extension.
And we have that for limited service hotel only.
Correct.
So if a full-service hotel wants to come in, we're not obligated to that prohibition. Okay? All right, any questions on that? Chris, anything to add? No? Appreciate, that was a lot of work from both of you. Thank you, appreciate it. All right, if there are no questions, is there a motion to approve the resolution for the second amendment? So moved.
Second.
Motion by trustee Mattson, second by trustee Scalise. If there's nothing further, a roll call vote, please.
Trustee Mattson?
Aye.
Trustee Galuza?
Aye.
Trustee Scalise?
Aye.
Trustee Christopherson?
Aye.
Mayor Balderman?
Aye, motion carries. Okay, on the reports and communications, a lot happening here today, obviously, so thank you to staff and council for getting all this prepared and ready to go. We appreciate it. We had another concert out here. Well, since the last board meeting, we've had a couple concerts that went very, very well. So thank you to all our staff, all of our volunteers, emergency services, and certainly police and fire for being out there, and to our crowds for being great crowds. They did a great job. Performers did a nice job. They were very well received. Things are going well at the sports complex. Of course, there's always a couple of hiccups that we're working on, but we have got the right staff in place to handle those things, whether it's at the museum, the sports complex, or just anywhere else in the village. Our staff and our volunteers and everybody continue to step up. So thank you to all of them. And I have a temporary deputy mayor that is up here with me tonight who wanted to come sit through a meeting, and I told her this was going to be a long one and she didn't care. And Deputy Mayor, you've done a great job. Do you have anything you want to add? No, you're all good? All right, well, thank you. You did a wonderful job. That's all for me. If there's nothing for me, village attorney? All right, thank you, village administrator.
Staff has spoken enough, we don't have anything
All
to
right, thank you. Staff's done a great job. Payroll and disbursements, trustee Mattson?
Yeah, I make the motion to approve our bi-monthly disbursements in the amount of $5,495,409.33, and disbursements in the amount of $71,545.14. In addition to these disbursements, approval is needed for a payroll in the amount of $615,723.35 paid on July 25th, 2025, and that is in the form of a motion.
And I will second that.
All right, motion's been properly moved and seconded. Any comments or questions? Roll call vote, please.
Trustee, excuse me, Trustee Mattson?
Aye.
Trustee Galuza?
Aye.
Trustee Scalise?
Aye.
Trustee Christopherson?
Aye.
Mayor Baldwin?
Aye, motion carries. Anything else, Keith?
No, sir.
All right, thank you. We have one person that wants to speak tonight, Mark Sheldon, who's the VP of Government and Community Relations for Pavlov Media, so.
Exactly. Thank you very much.
course.
I appreciate the time. We are a high-speed fiber optic internet company based out of Champaign, Illinois. We are a 30-year-old company, which is a long time in the technology and the internet business, of course. I am joined tonight by Michael Lentz, who is the president of infrastructure, so he oversees all of our construction projects. We are currently constructing in Moni. We've been under construction in Piatone, Bradley, which actually Mr. Sanchi did some of our work down there for permitting process. We are right now in the process of getting permits in Frankfurt. We believe that fiber optic internet is an imperative for any community. You've got a lot of fantastic things happening here. It's a long meeting to sit through. A lot of times public participation is at the beginning. Tonight, I got to learn a lot about your community, so it's really a blessing to have been here to shake the Pope's brother's hand too, you know. Pavlov Media is a local exchange, a competitive local exchange carrier, which means we are a telephone company. That means we operate under the Illinois Telephone Company Act in the public utility right-of-ways. So that's how we will be. We've read your ordinance. We feel like we can definitely work within that ordinance to have a good construction process. I want to point you, I've got this brochure that hopefully you're going to get yet tonight. Okay, great. Really point you to page 5 on here, which is, and 4 and 5, which is our construction principles. Our number one goal in any project is safety. Safety for our own crews, safety for your staff who are sometimes working right along with us and doing utility locates and all, and of course your residents as well. So we prioritize safety. What that means is that we are going to have meetings with your staff and always be in communication about where we're going. We're obviously following the laws for Julie locates and things like that, but we go above and beyond with all of our processes to make sure that we are having a very safe construction process. The other part of this is minimizing inconveniences. Anytime you're doing construction, there's going to be problems, there's going to be disruptions in the lives of residents at times, and we do everything we can to eliminate those or alleviate those, not eliminate. We go around every construction process. We're always door hanging. We're doing mailers. We have now added here in the last year where we do a town hall meeting ahead of time with all the residents, give them a chance to come in and say hi to us and find out what it means to have this construction process. We have now on our website a place where they can get information about what all the flags mean, what the equipment is, and what it's doing. So we really trying to minimize inconveniences and trying to be safe at all times. One of the great things about our company is we are based out of Champaign. We do use contractors, but we also have our own crews. Those own crews, a big part of that is when there are problems along the way, we can roll trucks from Champaign. It's an hour and 50 minutes according to Google, and so we can fix problems and be right here helping resolve issues that over the course of decades, because this fiber goes in the ground, it's going to be there for decades. There will be problems, and we're going to be right down the road to be able to fix those. As I said, we are working on the permits right now. So we've designed a section of New Lenox. We anticipate that we will, in the next couple weeks, submit that to your permitting department or your public works folks and begin the conversation, start the discussions about how to move forward and how to have as I said, I mean, when we're talking about fiber internet right now, almost all of your high-speed internet in New Lenox is based on cable. And while it does do a good job, it doesn't do anything like fiber. And what we talk about is upload speeds. And as we know right now, in the era that we're in, the amount of information that is leaving our homes and our businesses and going into the cloud and security cameras and telehealth and you name it, education, remote work, all of that, really fiber internet is what is required to make that work right. And so I really encourage you to, keep this ball rolling, keep this process rolling. We're going to do everything we can to have all of these, safety and minimize inconveniences. And we think that over the course of a year, we can build out this town, and you're going to have a great amenity for your citizens. So thank you very much for your time.
All right, very good. A couple things. First of all, what about like restoration? That's something that's always a problem. If somebody comes in, they have a tendency to want to get all their work done and then go back and do restoration. That's an issue for the people who are at the.
Yeah, we do. And Mike, can you speak to that better than me?
Actually, one of the things, we've had similar companies come into town, and we usually start out with, I've asked them to speak with Robin Ellis and Brian Williams.
Sure.
And so they've done the early work. We have not spoken with them. We've actually talked with a number of other companies, but we have not had any conversations with Pavlov. We'll start with the conversations there.
Great, fantastic.
Yeah, that will be with staff, but I still would like you to answer that question.
Yeah,
if you can.
yeah, Mike, talk about restoration.
What we do is we go through and we open up the first day. We actually close it out 48 hours after is what the time restoration is done.
Okay.
We call it a rough restoration, just because when rain comes back through, things settle, things will move, and then we come back through and do the final restore.
Okay. All right, very good.
Yeah.
All right, thank you. We appreciate your patience in sitting through the meeting and speaking with us tonight.
All right, well, it's a pleasure to be here.
All right,
Thank you.
very good.
Yeah.
All right. Does that one want to say anything? She's all good. All right. Trustee comments? Trustee Mattson.
Nothing tonight, sir.
Trustee Christopherson.
Thank you to all our staff as usual. It's good to see you all here in full force and so many things represented, and thank you for all the extra work you do and all the detail. Thanks to our temp deputy mayor for being here. We appreciate the extra set of eyes. Thanks for being here.
Oh, she'll tell me everything that went right and wrong after the.
Absolutely.
All right, thank you. Trustee Galuzza.
I just wanted to thank our deputy mayor for keeping the real mayor in check tonight.
That's right. It was a
Good
rough
job.
day for the real mayor, so.
It was.
She
Good
really
job.
has helped us out. Thank you very much. Trustee Scalise.
Nothing tonight.
All right, very good. Thank you. Well, we have no need for executive session tonight, so if there's nothing further, is there a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second.
Motion by trustee Scalise, second by trustee Christopherson. All those in favor signify by a voice vote of aye.
Aye.
Opposed, meeting adjourned.